Hi and welcome to this very special episode of MRTV Live. In this show, I'm going to talk about the HP Reverb since it's finally available in the UK. The link is down in the description and hopefully soon around the world. But I'm not just going to talk about the HP Reverb, I'm also directly going to compare it against its direct competitors. Yes, two, not just one, against the Rift S. Since I finally got it here as well, and also, and I didn't put that into the description, but why not also talk about the Samsung Odyssey Plus, since actually these three headsets are the headsets now that are actually kind of exciting if you want to get into virtual reality. And all of this goodness is coming up. Yeah, hi and welcome here to MRTV. My name is Sebastian Ang, and if this is your first time here, if you're just as excited about VR and AR as me, then subscribe now and click on the bell button so don't miss anything. Yes, hi and welcome to this special episode of MRTV Live. Finally, I'm back here in Germany. As you probably know, I was on vacation celebrating my birthday for quite a while, and yeah, here I'm back, and I'm really happy to be back because I just had so many headsets that were waiting for me at home, and it's simply a great feeling to be back here. So yeah, before we get into all of this, if you love this channel and if you want to support it, of course, I'm super happy to get any kind of support via Super Chat. And also, of course, you can send me the Super Chat via YouTube as you would normally do so. But if you want me to receive a bit more from each dollar, you can do so via Tippy Stream. And the link to the Tippy Stream donation page, which is just like this channel, very good, is down in the description below. So yeah, if you send over $1 or $2 or 10 or 20 or 50 perhaps, then you could do so via the Tippy Stream donation page. The link is in the description below, and well, then I'm going to receive more from each dollar. Yeah. Good to have you all here. Proud Dog, Gear323, Adamatic, nice. Yeah, and Adamatic says, finally VR feels like it's growing again. Yeah, it's great. It's a great feeling, and I'm really happy about it. So we got lots of stuff to talk about, and thank you so much. Thank you so much, Adam, for your $2 contribution. And well, sorry, I use Google Bucks. That is totally fine. Of course, I'm still very happy. And here you see, Adam donated 2.24 euros. Is that true? Is the dollar so strong? I don't think so, actually. But anyways, thank you so much, Adam, for your contribution over all these years, I think nearly. It's amazing. Wow, great. Yeah, so I think actually we can kind of get into this right now, right? Or do you have any more questions about any other stuff? Let me tell you how today's live stream is going to go down. So actually, I thought, like, you know what? I'm not directly going to go into Ask Me Anything. Why don't I simply start with lots of topics that for sure you guys are going to ask about, right? So it's all about the HP Reverb. It's all about the Rift S, and it's all about the Samsung Odyssey Plus. So I will for sure do those 10-minute videos where I'm going to compare this stuff together, and which are like easily digestible, but I know that you guys are not patient at all. And that's why I'm doing this live stream. So that's why I'm doing this live stream, so that you can directly get all the answers without having to wait for those polished videos. And Claybomb is asking, hey Sebastian, are you drunk again? What is that supposed to mean? It was my 40th birthday celebration. Obviously, I would get drunk for that. So, but now, unfortunately, today it's wow, look at this. Wow, it looks cool. It's only water. Like, I had adult beverages for like the last 2 weeks. So I'm good. Clay bomb. But anyways, thanks for this question. Yeah. Tequilas Sebastian say, I'll be back. I did that now. Okay, good. So let me tell you how it's going to go down. I will go through a few topics that anyways you would have all the questions about, right? So I'm going to compare. First of all, we're going to talk about price and availability. Then we're going to talk about the displays and compare them. We're going to talk about the FOV and the sweet spot. We're going to compare the comfort levels. We're going to compare IPD. We're going to compare software. And we're going to compare overall price and everything. One thing you cannot ask me is the following question. When is the HP Reverb going to come out in the US? I also don't know it. I asked this question the HP people, but I didn't get a real answer. So this question, do not ask me this question. I know anyways people are going to ask me this question later, but I'm not going to answer it since I also don't know when the HP Reverb is finally going to come out. So so let me simply go through all of these topics one by one. And let's start with pricing and actual availability right now. All right, so the HP Reverb costs $649. And it is available, not in the US right now, it says sold out, but it is available in the United Kingdom. So if you're in the United Kingdom, you can order this right now for I think like 580 pound or something like this, around that price. And well, it's going to arrive in 5 to 10 days, so quite soon. Very nice. Then the Rift S. The Rift S is available right now, pretty much all over the world. It costs 449 euros in Europe land, and it costs $399 US in the United States, available right now. Then for the Samsung Odyssey Plus, it is available in the US, but not in Europe, and it's also available, it should be available also in other territories like Canada, for example, but unfortunately not in Europe, but in the US you can get the Samsung Odyssey Plus is still $200 discounted from the original price for incredible, I must say, 299 euros. So this $299, even better, $299, incredible. This is the Samsung Odyssey Plus. So now the next topic, guys, probably keep your questions until we go to the Ask Me Anything path. Thank you so much, Phil Kuffner. Thank you so much for your contribution. And Phil says from Canada, if you only play DCS, what would be the best overall headset? Yeah. The HP Reverb. The HP Reverb, and we're going to talk about the display right now. It is so good. I mean, wow, it is incredible. Yeah, so let's directly get into the other topics right now. Let's start with the display, because I believe that the display is probably the part that excites you the most, right? Hi Lone Tag, how's everything? So right. But before I start, could you please tell me if you can hear and see me well, and if my lips are synchronized with the audio? Is everything good? Because I did have a few problems with the sync. So please do let me know now in the chat. Is everything synced up well? Can you follow this stream nicely? All good. Okay, looks good. Perfect. That's nice. Good to know. Everything's good. Perfect. Then I can keep on talking about this. Yeah, so let's also, okay, perfect. All right, let's start with the display, right? With the displays. So the HP Reverb, it has two displays. Actually, it does have two displays, one for each eye, and it has the highest resolution of these three headsets, 2160 times 2160 per eye. 2K times 2K per eye. And that is, honestly speaking, the star of the show here. And it's incredible. You've probably seen, you've already watched my review. Thank you so much, Xayle Maru, for your super chat. You have probably already watched my review, and this is without a doubt the star of the show for the HP Reverb, and it's simply mind-blowing. Things look so incredibly sharp. It is just as if you would be looking at a normal screen. You cannot see any kind of screen door effect anymore. It is so beautiful. And well, if you play like sims, right, like DCS and X-Plane, you will be blown away. Really, I must say it so clearly, you will be blown away. And just before I started with this show, I actually directly compared the Reverb with the Rift S and also with the Samsung Odyssey Plus, and I'm going to let you know about my findings directly in this part of the program, right? But now let me first talk a bit about each of the headsets and then do the big comparison and tell you which one actually is the winner from all these three, because they all do have their pros and cons. Okay, so that is really important. So yeah, super huge resolution. It uses an LCD display, so no OLED display, and it has the RGB stripe matrix as how the pixels are actually how they are put together. So each pixel is being displayed by 3 subpixels. So there's even more subpixels than with OLED panels. And this is, well, pretty amazing. So it's so clear. It is simply beautiful. Very, very nice display. But I must also let you know, on when you have like areas which have like the same color, you will see Mura, and you've seen it probably in my video, in my review video. I told you what Mura is. So even if it wants to show the same color, it doesn't really show the same color. There's some parts are a bit brighter and some parts are a bit darker. So you can see some kind of pattern. So no matter where you look, this pattern will move with it, as if your car windshield would be like dirty. But you only see that when you look at areas with the same color. So there is this headset has a slight Mura problem. But when you play games, in games, you won't see it and it won't be a problem. So that is the screen of the display, the 2 displays of the HP Reverb. Now, let's talk a moment about the display, the single display of the Oculus Rift S. So this has actually only one display. And well, you're looking at the Oculus Go display. The Oculus Go display, they put it here into the Rift S, and here you have a resolution of 1280 times 1440 pixel per eye. So it is way lower. It is way lower than the HP Reverb, and it does use the same RGB stripe kind of pixel matrix, so also 3 subpixels for every pixel, but way less pixels than here with the HP Reverb. And yeah, only one display. However, both headsets do not have IPD adjustment, which is really, I must really say it's a letdown, especially for people who have like a bigger IPD than the general public, like for example 70 or 70 plus, or who have a very small IPD, something like probably 55 or 58 or something. So for these people, that's both headsets, that is not really nice. Anyways, the display of the Rift S, even though it has less pixels than the HP Reverb, still it does look good. I really like the display. And when the Oculus Go came out, I said like, wow, the display is really nice, right? Why don't they simply use this display for the Rift? And then now, a couple of months later, this is exactly what they did. So we have an LCD display, so no OLED, but still it looks very nice. We have a very clear looking display. If you directly compare it with the Rift, it is way better, much more clarity, and that is definitely a big step up as compared to the original Rift. So yes, we have a really nice quality display here with the Rift S as well. Yeah, so especially if you come from the original Rift, you will feel like, wow, everything suddenly looks much clearer. However, it is not such a big step up in terms of resolution from the original Rift, right? The original Rift was like 1200 times 1080. Now you're looking at 1280 times 1440 pixels. So it is a little step up, but it really, I'm telling you here, it looks way better than the original Rift for sure. And I must tell you, I really like the display of the Rift S. And yeah, you're going to have fun. You're definitely going to have fun with the Rift S display. Yeah, very, very good display here in the Rift S. Yeah, it's the Oculus Go display. It is the Oculus Go display. So, and VR Legion is there. Hi, VR Legion. My wife got a Quest. Oh, that's good. Tell me everything about it later. Now, we're going to talk about the cheapest of the bunch. $299 against $399 against $649. So, the cheapest of the bunch, Samsung Odyssey Plus. Now, this display, this is the only of the three which has an OLED display. So really, really nice blacks. Absolute pitch black blacks. If you are into horror games, wow, this one is better than the other twos because you got real nice blacks. With the other two headsets, well, you got LCD kind of blacks. You still have the backlighting for the Rift S and for the Reverb. So blacks are not pitch black. Let me tell you to it straight as it is, right? So that is a difference. You have an OLED display and you have actually two displays here as well with the Samsung Odyssey Plus, and those display, each of them has a resolution of 1600 times 1444 pixels. So exactly the same resolution like the Oculus Quest, and it's a higher resolution than the Rift S, but it is a lower resolution than the HP Reverb. But again, this is an OLED panel, and very important, this does have a manual IPD adjustment. It has a manual IPD adjustment. So if you have an IPD of 175 or a low one of 55 or lower, then honestly speaking, go for the Samsung Odyssey Plus, because, well, you can put the lenses where your eyes are, and that is a big plus. So both of the other headsets, they do have IPD adjustment in software. So what's going to happen? They're going to change the position of the picture in software, but it is not as good as the manual one, right? So yeah, this is really good, and this is the cheapest, guys. Don't forget it. This is the cheapest. The Samsung Odyssey Plus is the cheapest of the bunch, but it has an OLED display and it has an IPD adjustment. So these 2 points are really, really nice. Also, it has a higher resolution than the Rift S, right? And it has some kind of they call it like anti-screen door effect layer on top of it. So with this, you cannot really see the screen door effect anymore, which is nice. For the Rift S, the display is really nice as well, right? And you can hardly see any screen door effect, but you can still see it if you really try. But with this, you cannot see it anymore. However, for the Odyssey, the whole picture is a bit softer, right? It's a bit softer because they use some kind of filter here. With this, the picture is more clear. If you prefer like a clear picture instead of a softer one, then probably you will even like the Rift S picture more than the one of the the Odyssey Plus, even though you will see less of a screen door effect here. Yeah, well, there's so many things. There's so many things that you have to consider with all of these. Anyways, now let me tell you which of these headsets is the clear winner when it comes to display. Guys, it is so clear. The HP Reverb is the clear winner. Every game looks way better on the Reverb. It's incredible. I really can say it simply looks incredible. So I really like the Rift S, and for people coming from the Rift, it will be a super nice upgrade. Right? Everything looks nice. I also enjoyed playing the games, and it's a great headset. But I also started all the games to directly compare it side by side. I also started them in the Reverb, and it simply looks amazing. Things look perfect. I mean, you've seen my screenshots, right? In my review, you can't see any kind of screen door effect, and it nearly looks photorealistic in the Reverb. So for the display, yes, even though there's Mura, it still has its problems. But if you want the sharpest, nearly photorealistic picture in virtual reality, here it is. It is the HP Reverb. So for people who love like flight sims, or for people who love like racing simulators, like Project Cars 2 or iRacing, yes, here it is, because you will get a picture that is nearly photorealistic. It is mind-boggling, really. It is so cool when you put this on, and yeah. So the Rift S is a great headset. However, in direct comparison, the displays of the HP Reverb are simply breathtaking. Yeah. So how about the Odyssey Plus? So the Odyssey Plus has a fantastic picture too. The Odyssey Plus has a really nice picture. If you have seen the Vive Pro or the Oculus Quest, then you know what you are expecting. But even a bit better, since it has this additional layer that will kill the screen door effect. So if you like the Quest, if you like how the Quest looks, then you know how this looks. It's very similar, just even a little bit less of screen door effect because they have this additional layer. And for people who love to play dark games, for people who love to play horror games, definitely this will be the best choice, since this is the only headset which can give you true blacks, because this has an OLED panel, right? So yeah, if you are a lover of dark games and horror games, I would say it's the Samsung Odyssey Plus. Now, how about the black levels how about the colors of the Reverb and the the Oculus Rift S? How about the colors and how about the black levels? So the black levels are better on the Reverb. Also, the whole colors, they look pretty amazing for that this is an LCD display. Don't get me wrong, the colors of the Rift S, they don't look bad. They're still acceptable, but if you compare side by side, then the Reverb, it still has an edge over the Rift S. But if you got the Rift S, don't be sad, because you will not always A/B compare. I'm here to A/B compare, right? You really want to know what are the differences. That's why there is MRTV, and that's why, well, I really just try it out and tell you. And the HP Reverb has a slight edge over the Rift S in how the colors look like, and also in the black levels. But again, the black levels and the colors are not bad in the Rift S. They're just better in the HP Reverb. All right. I think concerning the display, I think I have answered all the questions now. But if you still have questions later, I'm going to answer them to you. But now let's go to the next topic. FOV and Sweetspot. FOV and Sweetspot. Okay, FOV and Sweetspot. This is without a doubt an important topic. So, how are the FOVs of these three headsets? So, if you look at the specs that the companies themselves give you, then you would think like, okay, I go for the Reverb, right? Because they say it's 114 degrees as compared to the 110 degrees of the Rift S and of the Samsung Odyssey Plus. Hello, Alfredo. You have subscribed to this channel. Well done. Oh, we'll get so many new subscribers here. Yeah, it makes sense because this is a very, very good channel. Anyways, so yes, so the FOV. So if you just go by what the companies tell you, oh, you would think like the Reverb, it's like 114 degrees. It's the biggest, right? But unfortunately, I must tell you that the HP Reverb does not have a higher FOV as compared to other headsets, right? So I don't. Again, I must say I'm like a bit confused why HP like put this out there. If you put it side by side to other headsets, and that's what I did, and I'm going to tell you now my conclusion from this. This is not more than the other headsets. So yeah. Anyways, how good is the FOV of the HP Reverb? Let me tell you. So if I directly compare it to the Rift S, it's nearly the same. However, horizontally, the Reverb has a slight edge over the Rift S. So if you look at it horizontally, the Reverb has a slight edge over the Rift S. However, if you look vertically, up and down, then for some reason, the Rift S has a slight edge over the Reverb. And that is really a problem. That is really strange. And I told you in my review already, if you're too close with your eyes, if you're too close to the lenses here of the Reverb, then actually you will be able to see the edges of the displays because the displays are smaller as compared to the other headsets. And if you are close to the lenses, then indeed you can see the edges of the displays, and that is not good. That is really not good. That kind of like, yeah, is not good. I think you get my point here. Right? It's not so nice. So if you like kind of put it on the right way, then you will not have this problem anymore. But if you put it on like slightly not straight, then you will look down onto the lower edge of the display, and that is kind of off-putting. So that is not nice. So again, horizontally, slightly better here than the Rift S, but vertically the Rift S is a bit better than the Reverb. But overall, yeah, very comparable FOV. Now, how about the Samsung Odyssey Plus? How about the FOV of, how does the FOV of the Samsung Odyssey Plus compare to both of these headsets, the Rift S and the HP Reverb? And $299 buys you the biggest FOV of these three headsets. Yes, the Samsung Odyssey Plus, it smokes both the Rift S and the HP Reverb in terms of FOV, and that's both horizontally and vertically. So if you want to have the biggest FOV from these three headsets, it's the Samsung Odyssey Plus. The Samsung Odyssey Plus truly has an amazing FOV. So 114 degrees? No. 110 degrees? For sure, but even bigger than Rift S and the Reverb. And by the way, thank you so much for 206 people who are watching this. Wow, that is amazing. That's amazing. Thank you so much for joining this live stream in these numbers. Really, really grateful. Of course, I'm also grateful, by the way, for every super chat and every donation. And if you want to donate, you can also do that via the Tippy stream. The link is down in the description, and you can even show your own video. If you send at least $5, you can show your own video in this live stream. Yeah, thank you again, Salen Maru, for another $1. Thank you so much. Every single dollar, every single dollar goes into this channel. So yeah, I can do what I do these kind of things, right? Give you side-by-side comparisons, and most important, do so independently, because this channel is not sponsored by anyone, just by you, just by the members of my Patreon channel, the link in the description below, and just by your donations. This is how I fund this channel, and this is why I can independently tell you the difference between those headsets, and I think that deserves a thumbs up. Woo! All right, so now let's go. So the biggest FOV here for the Samsung Odyssey Plus. Curtis, Spain, is the Reverb for sale now? Yes, it is in the UK. All right. So now let's go to the next topic. Oh, the sweet spot, right? The sweet spot. So I told you that the Samsung Odyssey Plus, it has the biggest FOV from those headsets, right? And how about the sweet spot though? So for the sweet spot, I can tell you very clearly, small, really small sweet spot. So you have to fiddle for a while when you put this on to find the sweet spot, right? You have to really adjust it, and then you can find the sweet spot directly in the middle of the headset. Once you have it, you're fine, you're good to go. But you always need a moment in the beginning to find the sweet spot. So that is a little problem, but well, once you got it, you're good, right? But yeah, well, it is not so big. Let's be honest here. So, how about the sweet spot of the HP Reverb? Well, I can tell you, bigger than in the Samsung Odyssey Plus for sure. Bigger than in the Samsung Odyssey Plus for sure. So that is a good thing. That is without a doubt a good thing. It's not as small as in the Samsung Odyssey Plus, but it's also not huge. So when I spoke with the HP Reverb people, they were super proud about their sweet spot, but I must honestly tell you, yeah, I'm not so proud of them as what the sweet spot is concerned, right? So it is bigger than in the Samsung Odyssey Plus, but it's also not huge. So how about the Rift S? And for the Rift S, I would say yes, this has a really good sweet spot, and I would even say in direct comparison, it has a slight edge over the HP Reverb. So in this sweet spot wise, I would call the Rift S the winner. Yeah, I put it on. I put this headset on, and I'm in the sweet spot. I also have to adjust it a moment, right? So it's not like the dream sweet spot, but it is a nice sweet spot. Right. Oh yes. So what is the next topic here now? The next topic, wait a moment, let me find it. Okay, so the next topic here. The next topic is sound. How do these headsets sound and what is their sound solution? So let's for a moment talk about the HP Reverb. Or let me just show you what they all have, right? So the HP Reverb, it has these here, these kind of headphones. They are mounted to the device, but if you don't want them, you can like get rid of them pretty easily. Wait, can you see that here? You simply have to yeah, I don't know how to say that. You simply put the screwdriver in, and it's easy to get rid of this and of the headphones, and then you can use your own. And also here, just like on the original Rift, actually you can do this here, boom, which is pretty nice. Yeah, so included into the headset and works really, really well. You can adjust them. Let me show you that. Here you can adjust them just like this. You can adjust them up and down. And yeah, you can do all kinds of nice things. So it reminds me very much of the original Rift. Then, about the sound from this here, the Rift S. As you know, it does not have those headphones anymore. Yeah, the sound comes from these loudspeakers here in the strap. So it's not your private sound. If you're watching the wrong movie, all of the people in your surrounding will know that, and they can hear what you hear, right? So sound is coming from these little loudspeakers here. Yeah, that's how it happens with the Rift S. And for the Samsung Odyssey Plus, also you have included headphones here. You can also change. You can adjust the position. But what you cannot do, as compared to the HP Reverb, you cannot like put them out so much, and they would stick outside. You cannot do that. And some people have reported that, in their opinion, they could not like pull it down enough. So they complain that it's too short for them. But for me, I must tell you, I don't think it's too short. Yeah, but here you can put it down quite nicely. So from these three, who wins? In my opinion, the winner is the HP Reverb. Simply since you can easily put them down as much as you need, and you can do this here. And I really like it that you can put them out like this. Probably in one moment you simply don't want to hear what you want to hear, and you want to speak with somebody. Then you simply do this, and I really like that. And it's great. Second place, the Samsung Odyssey Plus. Also, it has great sound. I like them actually. And for my ears, for my head, I can pull them down long enough. But probably other people have some problems. But you cannot really put them out enough so that they stick like this. Definitely, I must say, the loser in the audio department is the Rift S here. So yeah, you can hear the sound, but it is really no comparison as compared to the other two headsets, right? You don't have your privacy, and it's simply the sound. It doesn't sound as good as directly having the sound on the ears. So it's a very clear loser in this compartment here. As what the sound is concerned, I would go for the HP Reverb or the Samsung Odyssey Plus. Yeah, the Samsung Odyssey Plus is actually doing a good job here, right? For all the for the price, for the IPD adjustment, for the OLED panels. yeah, very nice that we have this option here. And well, on MRTV, you see all the headsets, not just the Oculus one. It's pretty amazing. Good stuff happening here. Okay, so sound, that's pretty good. But I must also tell you, even though right now the sound on the Rift S is not the best, still you can like probably get some third-party solutions because you have the 3.5 millimeters audio jack here, right? So probably even Oculus are going to provide their own solution. So even if you don't like this, you can still use your own headphones or wait for the first party or third party solution. So not all is lost here with the Rift S. And I must tell you honestly, I really like the Rift S. It's a very nice headset, and yeah, we're going to get to this in a moment. Barry Spurlock has subscribed. There was a wise move. Okay. Let's see. What is the next topic here? What is the next topic? Okay, the next topic. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Lenny the Chicken. I want to see your VR collection someday. Lenny the Chicken, it is like complete craziness. Like everything is full of VR headsets. Basically, I have all the VR headsets in the world. And yeah, you know, right? They just keep coming. They just keep coming, and yeah, I even haven't unboxed my own Quest, right? Because I didn't get the Quest from Oculus. I had to send it back. It was a loaner, the one that I showed you, and I bought it myself, and it's just sitting there. I haven't unboxed the Oculus Quest. I'm going to do it soon. Yeah. All right. So let's go to the next topic here now. Oh, the next topic is going to be an exciting one. Oh yeah, I can talk about the HTC Cosmos as well later. So dear Oliver To, I don't know how to pronounce your name. Let's wait for later for the Ask Me Anything part. Yeah, all you can ask tonight, and then I'm going to answer the question. So keep that question and come up with that question later when we go to the Ask Me Anything part. So now let's go to the next section of this today's very exciting MRTV live special, and the section is comfort. How comfortable are these headsets, and which one is my favorite? So let's start with the HP Reverb, and I think the title of my Reverb review was something like super comfortable headset or something. Yeah, so I especially told everyone that I think that this headset is very comfortable. First of all, it's very light. The Reverb is light. It is lighter. It is way lighter than it's lighter than the Rift S, and also lighter as compared to the Odyssey. Then for the design, it looks very similar to the original Rift design, right? It's this kind of like ski mask type of design. You have these kind of 3 straps here, and yeah, it is basically like what we all thought the Rift S would look like, right? This looks much more like the Oculus design, right? But it's not. It's a Windows Mixed Reality headset. But here, look at this. This is just like the original Rift. And here, for the face padding, this is made of cloth. So very similar to the Oculus Go design, right? So they've combined the Oculus Go design with the Oculus Rift, original Oculus Rift design, and what came out of it is a winner in terms of comfort. This is truly a very comfortable headset because, yeah, I really like this kind of design of the Oculus Go, and even though I must honestly tell you that normally I'm a fan of the Halo style, PSVR style design, this is indeed a very, very comfortable headset. It's very light. Just look at it. It's already, if you see the headset, it looks kind of small, right? Compare this to the Rift. It's smaller, and also the Samsung Odyssey is way bigger. So as what the footprint is concerned, the Reverb is like a small and very comfortable headset. So for the Rift S, suddenly we have that Halo design, right? This Halo style of design that before we saw with the Lenovo Explorer. Oh, wait a moment. Here, can you remember this headset? This is the Lenovo Explorer. Compare. Very similar, right? So yeah. So now we have this with an Oculus headset, and well, Lenovo has worked together with Oculus on this, and it even has the Lenovo branding on the Rift S. So we have the Halo design, and inside here we have this kind of foam, which is a bit flimsy, honestly speaking. And here we have some cloth-like material, the part that touches your forehead. And very important, very cool actually, we have this kind of a third strap here as well. So normally we don't have this third strap with the Halo design, but here with the Rift S we have it. So is this a very comfortable headset? My answer, it is really, really comfortable. I actually love the comfort of the Rift S. It is way more comfortable than the original Rift. I didn't necessarily like the comfort of the original Rift, and I couldn't wear the original Rift for hours. For this headset, yes, you can wear this headset for hours and hours and hours. It is incredible. And even though it is probably a bit heavier than the Reverb, you don't feel it that it's more heavy, because it's like really well balanced out. Yeah, it's very well balanced out, because you have this part here, it's a bit heavy, which is like a counterweight as compared to the front part, and on top of all of that, you have this kind of strap here, the third strap. So it's a really well balanced and very, very super comfortable headset. Really super nice. So I have no complaints whatsoever as what the comfort is concerned here with the Rift S. Probably the only thing here, even though this feels great when you wear it, this flimsy stuff, I believe once you sweat and once you play this for longer, this will not look nice anymore. So VR cover, please do come for the rescue. So then here, how about the Samsung Odyssey Plus? It also has this kind of Halo design, right? And yeah, I must tell you, if you compare this with the original Samsung Odyssey, the Samsung Odyssey Plus is worse. Unfortunately, I don't know what they did here. It has like the original padding is kind of hard. So after a while, you will feel a bit uncomfortable because it kind of presses into your forehead. And also there's like light leakage here on the side for the Samsung Odyssey Plus. So unfortunately, it is not an improvement over the original Samsung Odyssey. So it's unfortunate. And in terms of comfort, the Samsung Odyssey Plus is the clear loser here as compared to the Rift S and as compared to the Reverb. So thank God, thank God there is VR cover. Because once you put the VR cover here, I put the VR cover already, then the comfort is good again, right? Also, here's another great addition is this here. This is a third head strap made by Studio Form Creative. Studio Form Creative, I think is the name, and they sell this additional third head strap. And I'm telling you, this is a lifesaver because together with the VR cover, this does become a very comfortable headset. So if you decide to go for the Samsung Odyssey Plus, if you want to go for the cheapest one, which is actually great, you need to get the VR cover as well, and you need to get the Studio Form Creative strap, and then this will be a comfortable headset. But without it, yeah. You're right. So I have to pick a winner. I have to pick a winner between the Rift S and the HP Reverb in terms of comfort. It's a tough one. However, my choice is the Rift S. The Rift S is my absolute winner what the comfort is concerned. It just feels right. I can wear it for hours at a time, and the reverb is also great, but I have to adjust it a bit further because I told you there's this problem with looking at the edge, right, of the screen, and you don't have any of this kind of problems with the Rift S. The Rift S is really amazing in terms of comfort, and in my opinion, they've done everything right. So definitely, the Rift S is the winner, the big winner in terms of comfort. Second place, we have the Rift. We have the HP Reverb, and third place we have the Samsung Odyssey Plus. Right. Okay. Wait a moment. Let me just check out what is the next topic here. Okay. The next topic. Oh, wait a moment. Let me just double check what's the next topic here. And the next topic is the tracking. The tracking of the devices. Exactly. Paul Revere. Tracking is the next topic. So, Samsung Odyssey Plus and HP Reverb both are Windows Mixed Reality headsets. So they have they use the Windows Mixed Reality tracking, which is an inside-out tracking, and it works here with those two cameras. So those two also on the Samsung Odyssey Plus, those two cameras track your environment for the head tracking, and those two cameras also do the tracking for your controllers. And for the Rift S, it's also now inside-out tracking. So you don't have to put up any base stations anymore, as you still had to do with the original Rift. And you also have two cameras, but, and here's the big but, we have three additional cameras. One is here on top, and two are here on the sides. So, as you would imagine, tracking is indeed better with the Rift S. Controller tracking is indeed better with the Rift S. So in situations where with the Reverb and with the Odyssey Plus, you will lose tracking because, well, your controller is somewhere like over your head, or it's out of the range. Well, with the Rift S, you will still track them. Is the tracking of the Windows Mixed Reality headsets bad though? As bad as some people want you to believe it is? No. So this is really important to understand. Yes, the tracking in the Rift S is way better than with the HP Reverb and with the Samsung Odyssey Plus. But is it a showstopper for the Reverb and for the Odyssey Plus? No, not at all. You need to watch my video. I made a video about it, and the question is, the topic is how good, bad, terrible is controller tracking with the HP Reverb. And if you're into that topic, please watch that video, because in that video I show you that you will be absolutely fine with like 99% of the games that you play, because if you're in some kind of motion, you won't have any problems, because the prediction of the controller tracking is pretty amazing. So even if you go behind your back within the motion, it will be tracked perfectly. Just if you stay outside your field of view of the cameras, it will lose tracking, but if you go back, tracking will be back. So it is not it is not terrible at all. It is not a showstopper with the tracking of the controllers. This is very important for me to tell you, but of course the tracking of the Rift S is better for the controller tracking. Now, if you only look at the headset tracking, hi Norman, by the way, if you only look at the headset tracking, then there is no difference between the Reverb, the Rift S, and the Samsung Odyssey Plus. If you're only into like head tracking, you will be fine with either of the devices. If controller tracking is super important for you, if you want to have your hands over your heads for longer play sessions, yes, Rift S is the clear winner. So in overall, in terms of tracking, Rift S, the clear winner. Congratulations. I love the tracking of the Rift S, and Oculus has done an amazing job here. Yeah, very clear. Clear winner. It is the Rift S. All right. I think that's that is that part. So now, the next topic here, the next topic that we're going to talk about is controllers. We're going to look at the controllers now. Yeah, Laser Up. I'm going to talk about the Cosmos later, if you ask me during the question session. Okay. So now we're going to let me put away the headsets for a while. Reverb, Rift S, and Samsung Odyssey Plus, and let me have a sip of this beverage. Wow, 222 people are watching this. This is incredible. Why don't you share this URL now with some of your VR friends? Because probably they're also wondering, hey, should I get the HP Reverb? Should I get the Rift S? Or should I get the Samsung Odyssey Plus? And if you share this link with them, I think they will be super grateful, because they will get to see this video. So why don't you share this link now with someone who's interested into VR, or probably onto your social media, and then they will get interested into VR. Right? Darren, who said this is water? Okay, yeah. Audio Power doesn't have friends. Get your mom to watch my stream. Okay. Now we're going to compare. Now we're going to compare these three controllers. This is the controller of the Samsung Odyssey Plus. This is the controller of the Rift S. And this is the controller of the HP Reverb. So let's first talk about the Windows Mixed Reality controllers, right? Because they have they have the same buttons, right? So for the Windows Mixed Reality controllers, we have a thumbstick that is clickable. We have a trackpad. We have a menu button. We have a Windows button. We have a trigger. And we have a grip button here. And we have like it's powered by batteries, by 2 AA batteries. And for the reverb controller, the controller is kind of the exact same controller that came with the very first Windows Mixed Reality headsets. For the Samsung one, it has the same buttons, but they made it more ergonomic. So the Samsung Odyssey one, it feels way better than the HP Reverb one. The HP Reverb one, it doesn't feel really comfortable. It's very blocky and yeah, not a good job. Samsung Odyssey one, it is actually pretty nice in your hand. Also, if you have big hands, so I have really big hands, and you can nicely hold it. However, what sometimes happens is that the battery compartment, it will come loose during gameplay. So this is one weakness of the Samsung Odyssey controller. And then we have this here. This is the Oculus Touch controller. This is the same controller that also comes with the Quest. And well, what does it have? It has a trigger button. It has a thumbstick which is clickable. It has 2 buttons here, and it has a menu button. And also it has a battery compartment here, which is like it's like a magnet. So very nice, comes off like this, and it has like 1 AA battery. Yeah, so this is like super ergonomic. And well, long story short, this is way better. Yeah, that's it. The Oculus Touch controller is simply better than the Samsung Odyssey Plus controller, and also better than the Windows Mixed Reality controller. Actually, the Samsung Odyssey controller is not so bad, especially for people with huge hands. So honestly speaking, like for huge hands, this feels really good. Sometimes I feel that the Oculus Touch controllers are a bit too small for my big hands. And then the Samsung Odyssey Plus controller is really nice. However, the battery compartment comes off easily, and probably you have to use some tape to tape it together, and then it's nice. But overall, still, I would say that the Oculus Touch controller wins. Second place, Samsung Odyssey Plus, and third place, the Reverb. Yeah, great. That's it for the controllers. I think, yeah, we have a clear winner. The Oculus Touch controllers are the winner. Alrighty, let's go for the next section. I don't have the Valve Index yet, but I can tell you I have the Valve Index controllers, and the Valve Index controllers, they are the overall winner as compared to the Oculus Touch. So Valve Index controllers, thumbs up. But I don't have the Valve Index yet, so I cannot bring it into this comparison. Also, no Vive Cosmos. So we have talked about the controllers. Now, let's talk about the software and the games that you can play and how does everything work. Right? So let's get the headsets back. You can play all the same games on all the headsets. Right? So yes, you can play Steam VR games on all 3 headsets. No problem at all. It's supported natively by Windows Mixed Reality. Right? Samsung Odyssey Plus and HP Reverb are both Windows Mixed Reality headsets, and you can totally play Steam VR games. And also with the Rift S, you can play Steam VR games. No problem whatsoever. You can play all the games. Then for the Rift S, you can natively play all of the Oculus exclusives, right? So yeah, all of the Oculus games that are exclusive, you can play them here with the Rift S natively, just like how they were meant to be played, right? With the touch controller, and it's great. It is amazing. Thank you so much, Simone Naldoni. Thank you so much for your contribution. It is very, very much appreciated. And I think overall, for sure, I already made 10 euros tonight. Thank you guys. Thank you so much for your contribution. And you're a bit late, Simone, but well, you can rewatch the stream later. So with the Rift S, of course, you can natively play all of these amazing Oculus exclusive games. But they're not really exclusive because, well, you can also play all of the Oculus games with the HP Reverb and also with the Samsung Odyssey Plus, right? We know there is this little software called Revive, and then you can play all of the Oculus titles on all the other headsets as well. And does it work well? Yes, it works really well. So you can play all of the Oculus games also with your Reverb, and you can also play all of your Oculus games with the Odyssey Plus. So that is really not a problem. You can play all games on all headsets, period. However, now I also need to talk with you about the home environment and the overall feeling of the software. I need to talk about the setup and all of these things. And for these things, the Oculus environment, the Oculus Home and Dash, as compared to the Cliff House and all the things with Windows Mixed Reality, like how you set up your Guardian and all these things, hands down. I mean, hands down, Oculus wins. This is so polished. It is like a dream. It is like so well done. Like, this cannot compare at all. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Boogie, right? Is it Boogie? Donated 5 euros. Thank you so much. Let me just check who that was, because I didn't really catch it, the name. Thank you so much for your 5 euro contribution. Man, that does mean a lot to me. Oogie Boogie donated 5 euros. Thank you. Very good comparison. Well done. Yeah, thank you. Well, MRTV, unbiased channel, unbiased and independent. So yeah, each of those headsets does have its advantages and disadvantages. And on this channel, I will simply let you know these advantages and disadvantages, right? So now the Rift S clearly wins, like hands down, wins in the software department. It is so much better. Like, the experience is simply super polished. Like, for example, setting up your boundary. It is like so amazing with the Rift S. So it has these cameras, right? So it has this pass-through where you can see your real environment. This also works with Windows Mixed Reality, by the way, but it's just not so polished. I'm going to talk about pass-through in a moment, right? So with the Rift S, how you set up your boundary, it is just amazing. You wear your headset, you see your real environment, then you have your beautiful controller, you point at your at the, how to call it, the edges of your play area, and you kind of paint it in 3D with your controller. It is amazing. It is so well done. It is so easy. It's great. And then if you come close to that boundary when you're in VR, then suddenly the pass-through will be on, and then you see your real environment, and then you know, oh shit, I shouldn't be here. It is so well done, and overall, this is just such a polished experience. It is great. And well, to be able to play the Oculus Rift titles natively as they were imagined to be played, it is a big thumbs up. It is simply better, right? You don't have to install some revive thingy. It simply works out of the box. And now another great thing, of course, so there's going to be some games that support cross-buy, right? So you buy it for the Rift S, and then suddenly if you also own a Quest, by the way, everyone here should own a Quest. It's an amazing headset. Then you're also going to have it for the Quest. So they're making a strong case here to be in their walled garden, right? So it is a bit evil, but it is also amazing. So yeah, you are in that amazing environment for Oculus. It feels more polished. It feels really good. So Windows Mixed Reality, they still have a long way to go. You know what I would compare it with? I would compare it with Apple, right? They might not have the best hardware, right? This is good hardware, but it's not the best. But everything simply works. Everything is well thought out. And you're in this beautiful environment, in this beautiful walled garden, where you know everything simply works. And yeah, that is like it's a big plus for them. It is, and for Windows Mixed Reality, like, it's good, but it's still not there yet with the kind of polish. So can you remember the time when Apple was, I mean, Apple is still competing against Android, right? Like those two. And at this moment in time, Android is exactly, it has the same polish as Apple right now with the Pixel and everything, right? But like a couple of years before that, that's where we are with Windows Mixed Reality and Oculus, right? Because it's still, it hasn't reached the amount of polish that Oculus has. And there was the same with Android a couple of years back. Right now, I think the polish is the same, right? But a couple of years back, Android still didn't feel as polished as Apple. And that's what we have now here with Oculus and Windows Mixed Reality. It feels so polished. Everything simply works amazingly. So yeah, software, definitely the Rift S wins, like hands down. It's amazing. It is truly amazing. So now let's go to the next topic here. And the next topic is, I think we nearly made it. Yeah, so price wise, well, what it says, $649 against $399 against $299. Price wise, the Samsung Odyssey Plus is hard to beat. This is a steal for what it offers. For what the Samsung Odyssey Plus offers, it's a steal. It has better headphones. It has an OLED display, which is great, by the way. It has IPD adjustment. It has that's everything it has. So $299 is like such an amazing, incredible price. So price-wise, this beats anything that's on the market. And yeah, you should probably get this one. It's an amazing price. But I must also tell you, $399 for what the Rift S offers is great. The Rift S, it's way better than the original Rift. It is so comfortable. You are in that beautiful Oculus environment. It has great tracking. It has the best controllers. It's a wonderful headset. And I'm also a bit in love with the Rift S, I must tell you. Right? So $399, I believe it's a good price for this headset. And yeah, you're not doing anything wrong if you're going for the Rift S. So now, the Reverb, $649. Do I think it's too expensive for what it offers? No. I don't think it's too expensive for what it offers because it has the most amazing picture quality that you can get in virtual reality right now, period. The best. Better than Pimax, better than anything that's on the market. It is just like you put it on and it's it's a VR dream come true. It is so good. Like for people who love sim racers, no, for anyone who wants to get the best picture in virtual reality right now, here it is, the HP Reverb. Super comfortable, great audio. You can play anything that's on the market. Yes, it has the Windows Mixed Reality Tracking, but it's not going to be a game stopper. You know what I mean? It's still good enough. Please do watch my video on the controller tracking with the HP Reverb. I made a whole video about it. It's not a showstopper. That's the word I was looking for. It's not a showstopper. You can totally enjoy the HP Reverb, and if you want the best picture that you can get in virtual reality right now, if you are a sim fan, if you love DCS, if you love Explain 11, and if you have a computer that has at least a GTX 1080 Ti, then go for the HP Reverb. It's an amazing headset. There you have it. I went through all of the things that I wanted to talk about. So basically, I must tell you, all these headsets are really amazing for a different reason. If you love horror games and if you love good blacks, now great blacks, then go for the Samsung Odyssey Plus. If you have a huge IPD or a small IPD, then go for the Samsung Odyssey Plus, because this is the only one which has IPD adjustment. If you are on a budget and if you want to get a great, fantastic, amazing headset for $299, go for the Samsung Odyssey Plus, because you can play all Steam VR games, and yes, you can also play all Oculus Rift games, and you got a controller which is pretty good. So the Samsung Odyssey Plus is a great headset with a very nice display and, honestly speaking, the best colors of all the three headsets. The Rift S is an amazing headset too, and honestly speaking, I'm a real big fan of the Rift S. Actually, I did not expect that I like the Rift S so much. And thank you, Pretty Puppy. Thank you, Pretty Puppy, for your $2 contribution. And you'll be getting the Odyssey Plus. Congrats, it's an amazing headset. So the Rift S, I didn't expect that I like it so much. For $399, you get an amazing headset with the best comfort of all of these headsets. For $399, you get the headset with the best controllers and the best controller tracking. You will not have any problems with the controller tracking at all. It will be tracked anywhere. It's going to be great. For $399, you get a display that is way better than the display of the original Rift, and that simply looks great for all the games that I tried. You will still see some screen door effect, but it is really, really a great headset, and everything looks pretty amazing in virtual reality. Yeah, and another topic, another great thing is you will be able to be in the Oculus walled garden. It's a bit evil, of course, but it's so good. It feels so good to be there because, well, you can buy all the Steam VR games, no problem whatsoever. But if there's some cross-buy stuff going on, right? Because you do have the Oculus Quest as well at one point in time, then probably you can get it for both headsets. This is a great headset. I'm really in love with the Rift S as well, and it's way better than the Rift, the original Rift. So if you're wondering, is it worth an upgrade from the original Rift? The answer is yes. This is definitely worth the upgrade from the original Rift. Right? So for $399, yeah, you will do nothing wrong. You simply get one of the best headsets that's out there right now, and you get a very nice picture quality. It's amazing. However, if you're into horror games, again, think about the Odyssey Plus, because the blacks are not amazing here, because this is an LCD panel. right? That's the Rift S. Then the HP Reverb, once it's available again, yes, this is an amazing headset. If you have the money, if you have the $649, it's so comfortable. It has the best picture in VR right now. It looks nearly photorealistic. It looks way better than Rift S and the Odyssey Plus. It is simply like you're looking at near photorealism already. It's so good, but you have to keep in mind you do need at least a GTX 1080 Ti. And with the other two headsets, you do not need a GTX 1080 Ti. You don't need to have such a strong graphics card, right? But if you have at least a GTX 1080 Ti, and if you want to have the best picture that is available in virtual reality right now, it's the HP Reverb, and those $649 will be well spent, especially if you love Sims, if you love DCS, if you love Explain, if you love Project Cars 2, this is the headset for you to go. It is just amazing to see the clarity of the HP Reverb together with this very nice comfort, together with this amazing sound. Yeah, a very nice, well-rounded headset. And that was everything that I got for this video. So that's my comparison. That's the unbiased, honest MRTV comparison. I really, really hope that you enjoy this independence of this channel. Not sponsored by any of the big companies, only sponsored by you. So if you love the stuff that I'm doing, please join the MRTV Elite at mrtvelite.com. Let me write that into, before we start with the Ask Me Anything. Ask Me Anything is still going to happen now. I'm still going to power through the Ask Me Anything. But before we get into the Ask Me Anything, let me write to you this here. mrtvelite.com. So if you want to support this channel and this independence, then go to mrtvelite.com. With only $3 a month, you can make sure that I can keep on doing this. Again, I'm not sponsored by any of the big companies, not sponsored by Pimax, not sponsored by Oculus, not sponsored by HP, HTC, nothing. None of these, nobody sponsors me, only the MRTV Elite sponsors me. So if you enjoy this, if you like this independent approach where I show you all the positive and negative aspects of all the headsets, then join the MRTV Elite and you will even get more content, more videos, behind the scenes stuff. It is pretty amazing. And if you love this channel, I'd be very glad to meet you on the MRTV Elite. All right. It's a very, very good Patreon page. Not sponsored. No, not sponsored by anyone. Well, I am sponsored by you, by the MRTV Elite and by the people who send over donations. All right. Now we can go into... now I can get into the question about the HTC Vive Cosmos. Actually, the HTC Vive Cosmos, it could be the headset to rule them all. If HTC puts in the same displays as in the HTC as in the Reverb, then the HTC Vive Cosmos, it could be the headset to rule them all, because it has like 4 cameras, so the tracking will be way better than with the Reverb, and that would be amazing. But well, we hear nothing from the HTC Vive Cosmos, so I don't know about that, right? I think the HTC Cosmos could have a 2K x 2K resolution. Yes, right. That's what I actually think. I think the HTC Vive Cosmos is going to have this high resolution. And I believe that if they really, really want to be better than anybody else, it might even be an OLED display. That would be pretty unbelievably amazing though, but well, I don't know that. Yeah. Right, that's the HTC Vive Cosmos. And well, also another headset that's coming up very soon, right? It's the Acer OHO Concept D. First of all, congratulations to the person in the marketing department that came up with that name. Acer Oho Concept D. That's quite a mouthful, right? But that might be another awesome headset because it has the same panels like the Reverb, but with IPD adjustments. So that is pretty amazing. And push the button once, star VR. That's right. Yeah, so somebody was just asking me, can the HP Reverb actually, can it be used for work? Could it like be used instead of monitors? And for that part, I would say yes. The quality is so good that actually you can read anything you want in VR. And I believe that you could work in virtual desktop, for example, or in other apps that allow you to see your desktop. And this is now the 2K times 2K per eye. It's really the sweet spot now where you can sit in the headset the whole day, have several virtual monitors floating in front of you, and where you can really actually work in VR. So yes, and I think I will be doing a whole video about this. Can you work with the HP Reverb? And the answer will be yes. So, do you have any more questions for tonight? Now we go to the question. Does the reverb cable have an issue with the connector close to the headset? Not at all. The reverb. Let me get out the reverb. So here is the cable, the reverb, right? And here you put it here, and then actually it is like there's some mechanism that will snap the cable into it. So you can't actually like pull it out. You have to click on a button, and just then can you take out the cable of the HP Reverb. So it's very well done, and yeah, you won't have any problems with the HP Reverb cable. All right, when will you be getting the index? Well, I have ordered it just like all you guys, so I don't know. Once they are sending it out to people who ordered it, I'm going to get it as well. Assassin, should I get a Quest and use ALVR or just go for the Rift S? Well, the Quest is amazing. The Quest is amazing by itself, but if you want to play Steam VR games, then the Rift S will still be better, because for the streaming, even though it works not bad, but well, it's still not the same as the wired connection. I'm going to make a video where I show you how well the Quest works with those streaming solutions, but it's still not perfect. If you want to have the perfect Steam VR experience, you should go for the Rift S. But the Quest is an amazing headset though, and you should have the Quest anyways. So yeah, why don't you go for the Quest anyways and see if you like the streaming solution, and then later you get the Rift S. The Quest is amazing. I love the Quest. Dark Lights. Sebastian, how do you compare the reverb with looking at a monitor? Well, it's still better to look at a monitor, but it is already like getting close with the 2K times 2K per eye. So it is really good. How long is the reverb cable? I say it in my, I think I say it in my review, in my HP Reverb review. And I think it's like 3.5 meters. So it is shorter than the Rift S cable, but it's still acceptable. Is it? I think 3.5 meters. Watch my Reverb review. There, I put it there. G-Maniac, Reverb better than Pimax for simulation games. Well, if you want like photorealism, then yes. So it's really like, it's pretty fantastic to play these games in the Reverb, right? So actually, before I tested the Reverb now, I was not a big, I didn't really play these games so much, like DCS and stuff, right? But because of the Reverb, I kind of got into it because everything looked so friggin' amazing, right? But of course, to have the wide FOV is pretty amazing too. So it depends on what is more important for you. Is it more important for you to have like photorealism in VR, to read the gauges and stuff? Or is it more important for you to have the wide FOV, right? So if the wide FOV is more important for you, well, then you should go for a wide FOV headset. But if you like photorealism and being able to read all the gauges, go for the Reverb. Okay, wow, we have so many questions. Oculus Rift S tracking without lighthouses. What is it like when controllers are behind your head in gaming? Well, you will lose tracking. Very clearly, you will lose tracking. So for sure, the lighthouse tracking is still way better. Ryan loves the Rift S and thinks it's the best for the money right now. Well, for your bang for the buck, I really believe the Odyssey Plus is the best right now, right? For the value that you get out of $299, it's wow. But I agree with you, the $399 for the Rift S, with everything that it offers, it's pretty amazing, and you can't go wrong with the Rift S. So Niloman, hi. You've been tinkering this whole stream with laptop, Wi-Fi, USB stick, and Quest, and got ALVR to work. And there is latency with no cords. Finally, mobile wireless PC VR. Awesome. So, Niloman loves it. Warm Eaton. Seb, do you now understand how Pimax is overpriced? Warm Eaton, I do see your point that it's expensive. If you compare it to the $299, that's for sure. Any distortions in the Reverb? As Florin. So, distortions. Well, if you really like look very, very closely, if you go into like a testing environment. So I went into a testing environment actually with the headsets, and there is a very, very super little amount of pupil swim with the Reverb. With the Reverb, actually, like a super little tiny amount of pupil swim. But it is, you really need to go to the test stand to see it. In normal environments, in gaming, you will not see it at all for sure. So I really you really have to try to find it. Yeah, I hope that answers it. HP Reverb Standard or Reverb Pro? Well, I believe the standard one is good enough, the consumer version. The consumer version is the one that I have and the one that I'm showing you right now. It has this beautiful Oculus Go kind of cloth-like material, right? And the Pro version, it has some PU leather style. So if you exchange the headset with your friends all the time, and if you're more into cleaning it, then the Pro version will be better. But if you're just using it for yourself, then I believe the consumer version is good enough. All right. Does an over-the-ear headset fit comfortable over the halo of the Rift S? Well, it depends on your headphones, right? So I really cannot give you like a general answer for that. So some will work and some will not work. Norman, does the HP Reverb finally eliminate the screen door effect? Is this really a photorealistic finally? So Norman, as I said, it's near photorealism. It is really so good. It's like stunning when you are in the reverb. So again, the reverb has the best picture right now that you can get, period. Oh man, there's so many questions. Damn. Where are... It says, and how long before your ALVR video? Well, I first have to unbox the Quest, and then it's one of the videos that I'll definitely do quite soon. Okay. When can we buy the Reverb in Germany? So, Reflection Man, that's a great question. And well, the answer I cannot tell you, I don't know, but I believe it's going to happen soon. If in the UK they get it now, I believe that Germany is not far off, right? I mean, we're still in the EU together at this point in time, so it should happen quite soon. Soren, can you speak of the difference between the Rift display panel and the index panel? Are they pretty much the same in terms of clarity? I don't know. I haven't tried the index. Valve did not send me one. So I have to wait until I get it, just like you guys. I don't know. Hi Trevor, by the way. Good to have you here. FF Frank. Will you let VR365 borrow your reverb? He was looking at them during the show today and they were sold out at the end. So he was really upset. Sure, if Anthony would come over to get it, I would love to give this to Anthony. Unfortunately, I'm not in the US and he's not in Germany, so that's going to be a problem. Oh, I even haven't mentioned the refresh rate of the panels, right? So let me tell you, the Rift S has 80 Hertz and the other headsets have 90 Hertz. But you really are hard pressed to see any difference, and I don't think that you're going to see a difference. Any news on HTC Cosmos release? THC Cosmos. No, I don't know. This is a good question here. Is the Rift S actually worth buying if I have an Oculus Rift? Yes, absolutely. The Rift S looks way better than the Rift. Also, suddenly you'll have so many more USB connect ports, right? And you can bring the Rift S to your friend. It's gonna work. Yeah, it's great. It's much more comfortable. Yeah, definitely. If you have an original Rift and if you're thinking to upgrade to the Rift S, yes, you can do so. Bosna Boy 89. Hi Bosna Boy. I agree with Trevor P. The only good thing about Pimax is the FOV. All right. Oliver, do you see pixels in the reverb? In game, it's close to photorealism. It's so good. It's like the sweet spot. It's like, yes. If you really try to see individual pixels, like really hard, I believe you could still see them. But in game, it's close to photorealism. Please watch my HP Reverb review. I have some pictures there, and still I need to upload my written review, and I have to do that soon, and I will do so soon and post it on mrtv.co. Wow, there's so many questions, guys. With 2080 Ti, do you need to lower graphic settings to compromise for higher DPI? Well, I don't have the 20 Ti, unfortunately, but I don't think so. I think you will be pretty good. But I would need to try that. So I think at one point in time I need to get the 2080 Ti. How is the comfort in the Rift S compared to the PSVR? Well, the PSVR is so good comfort-wise, right? It's still pretty amazing. And the thing is, even over like long periods of time, even if you sweat, you can easily get rid of the sweat, right? But with the Rift S, this here will be wet, and it will get really uncomfortable, right? With the PSVR, you wipe it off and you're good again to go, right? So I would still say the PSVR is like the unbeaten king of comfort. Which VR headset has the most immersive audio now? Well, I can say it's not the Oculus headsets. Is it Jean Vivien or is it Jean Vivian? Can you give your opinion on what you would say is the best HND for sim racing? I think if you watch the whole stream, hands down, it is the HP Reverb. If you are into like close to photorealism. Trevor, most important question is, Seb, do you have enough beer for tonight? It seems no, right? I have to drink pure vodka today. Kidding. Of course, I don't need to make funny facial expressions. To drink the pure vodka here. Guys, I'm only kidding. This is just water. So, compare the Samsung, Oculus, and HP Reverb in video and movie. Oh well, I would say it's the Samsung Odyssey Plus, right? Because the pure black colors, the colors look great. So yeah, if you want to watch movies and if you want to watch any kind of movies, probably the Samsung Odyssey Plus is still like your choice. Yeah, for $299 you can watch any kind of movies really, really well. Yeah. Which has the best VR library? Well, you can play all the same games with all the three headsets, right? But well, Oculus, you have this cross-buy, and if you also have the Quest, it is kind of a nice add-on, right, to be able to play them. Push the button, hi. UK is not in the EU anymore. That's why they get it before Germany. No, push the button, no. The UK is still in the EU. Which VR game has the best visuals? Oh, there's really lots of games that look really, really good. Hellblade, Senua's Sacrifice still looks pretty amazing though. Hello Somnium Space. Hello best VR channel on the planet Earth. Thank you, man. You're getting here the independent stuff that you don't get anywhere else, and well, that is pretty amazing. Somnium Space, you have not hacked yourself into this with like huge financial contributions. What's the matter? We're getting everything late in the EU. Why? I don't know. Sebastian, did you get the first version of the HP Reverb with problems? I got the one with problems and then they sent me a new one. So at this moment in time, I have two HP Reverbs. This is the new one. And this doesn't have problems anymore, which is good. Really good. Okay, Marco, F7. I have a CV1 and can't decide between the Rift S or Reverb. Thoughts? Man, you gotta watch the whole stream again. You gotta watch the whole stream because that is the topic of this stream. And I think I said it. It depends on you. Do you want the best picture quality? Go for the Reverb. Yeah. Do you want the most polished software? Go for the Rift S. So I think if you watch the whole stream, I think you can make up your mind. I think yes. Is the resolution of video in movies better on the Reverb than on the Oculus Rift? Well, it depends on your source material, right? But simply based on the panel, the Reverb is able to show you more detail if the source material, the source video, is recorded in a high enough resolution. So effect. What you want to know is, does like high resolution video in the future, can it look better? Yes, it can. Oculus Rift S through the lens video, please. Yes, K-Pax. It's gonna happen. And you will see it looks good, but it doesn't look as good as on the Reverb. SDE better on the Odyssey Plus or Reverb? Well, the thing is, the Odyssey Plus, it has this layer, right? This anti-SDE layer, so you can't see any screen door effect anymore, but it puts some kind of softness onto the picture, and you don't have this kind of softness on the Reverb. You can really see all the clean details. So overall, the Reverb looks better, and you can't see screen door, right? If you're in game, it simply looks like stunning. Things look stunning in the Reverb. If you already bought a Rift S, I did buy a Rift S, would you return it to get the Quest and use ALVR? Well, I haven't tried ALVR yet. I need to. This is one thing that I still need to do. I need to try ALVR. I need to try how well it works, and I'm going to give you that video here on the channel. Would you go to Reverb instead of Pimax, and if yes, what games? The Reverb looks better than all of the Pimax headsets. Period. In terms of the quality of the picture, right? But well, the Pimax has the wide FOV. So it really depends on what is more important for you, right? Do you want this photorealism that you can read all the gauges like really nicely, or do you want the big FOV? So it really depends on you. So Lighthouse will be built in the headset in the future? Well, that will not work, right? Because Lighthouse is outside in, from the outside in. If you put something into the headset, then you will have inside out again. And this is what these headsets are all about right now. Oh, Chet Becker, if you could only have one headset, which one would it be for all games? Wow, this is really, really a tough question. Well, I think it's really tough because I have tasted the sweetness of the reverb, right? Because it looks just so good. On the other hand, I also really love the wide FOV of the Pimax headsets. And I also really enjoy now the Rift S for like the comfort and for like how polished everything is. And I love the Quest for being able to bring it anywhere. No, I can't answer this question. I need to have them all. Sorry, I need to have them all. And that's the amazing thing. I can have them all. I'm MRTV, right? I have all the headsets. Oh god, it's freaking good to be me. Okay. All right, cool. That's a great question. Aria Rusty. I have two questions. Is the clarity of HP Reverb from side to side or just a small circle in the middle? All right, so yeah, watch my full HP Reverb review because I show you the sweet spot. I show you like where I can still see everything super clear. So the sweet spot is not huge, but it's also not as small as with the Samsung Odyssey Plus. So, but if you look right and left with your eyes, still stuff will look sharp. So once you got the sweet spot, things will look sharp. No matter where you look, it is pretty cool. Tell us more about the God rays in the HP Reverb. So I've actually forgot this, the God rays. So they have done a really good job with the lenses. So you don't have so many God rays. It's very comparable with the Rift S and the Samsung Odyssey Plus. So I couldn't really find a loser or a winner here. They all do a great job. Bosna Boy 89. Which trick did you have to use to get the reverb so early? This is not a trick. This is simply MRTV. And they simply know that this channel is very good. So they said like, hey, this Sebastian, he's doing fair reviews. He should have one. Yeah. Have I tried any VR backpacks? Well, I made my own VR backpack. I put my laptop into my normal backpack and then I ran around in the park with the Windows mixed reality headset. And you can still find that video here on the channel, but I didn't try them. Some dude says, I have just bought the Rift S. I keep having intermittent tracking issues where the controllers become totally unusable. Wow. Have you noticed any issues? Not at all. Really not at all. So you have to make sure though that you are in a room which has still ambient lighting, right? So it cannot be pitch black. So probably, I'm not sure, turn on the light if you haven't done so yet. Ryan McDavid, can you play Steam VR on other headsets, but can you play Oculus games on other headsets? Yes, you can play Oculus games on all the other headsets as well. No problem whatsoever. Hadouken 77. I mean, I must obviously think about Street Fighter, right? Can you talk about how objects in the distance look for Explain 11 in the reverb? Were objects blurry or clear? Well, thanks to the resolution, things look better in the reverb than on any other headset. It simply makes sense, right? So yes, things look better in the reverb than on any other headset, period. More excited by index or reverb? Thornton Art Studio. Well, I am excited about the Index. It has great controllers. Well, I haven't tried it. So once I have the Index, I'm going to make this video again, and I'm going to let you know all about it. How is the difference in brightness between the HP Reverb and the Oculus Rift S? I didn't really see a big difference there. Wow, there's so many questions. Wow. Mr. Pixelman, the Odyssey Plus performance-wise, how does it compare in performance with Odyssey Plus? Which one? The Reverb? It totally depends on your settings, right? And on your super sampling. So, tough call. Is the Oculus Rift S display bad for sim racing? No, it is not bad for sim racing, but the Reverb simply looks better. So you will still have an awesome time with the Rift S in sim racing, and it will also look good. So I'm really fond of the Rift S, really fond. So yeah, you will have an amazing time with the Rift S too if you go for sim racing. What is going on with your land in Somnium space? Yeah, I got my land now, and soon I will be able to start to build things. HP Reverb or Valve Index? I don't have the Valve Index yet. I cannot say. How long is the cable on the HP Reverb? Please watch my original review, because in that review I talk about it. I think it's like a bit longer than 3.5 meters. Would HP Reverb be good with the Vega 64 for flight sim? I don't know that. I don't have this card. I can just tell you it works really well with my 1080 Ti. So then you must compare the power of this card. Can you play Steam VR and Oculus games easily on the Reverb, or is it glitchy? It's perfect. It's really good. You won't have any problems with Oculus and with Steam VR games on the Reverb. Okay, Tony, missed most of the live stream, but what's the HP IPD range? They say 64 millimeters plus minus 8 millimeters. But I cannot confirm that since I have 64 millimeters. I have an old Oculus Rift. If I bought a Reverb headset, can I use it with my existing Rift touch controllers? No, it is something completely different. It will not be compatible. Sebastian, do you like Fleischküchle or Bratwurst? Or do you like both? I definitely love Bratwurst. Some kind of sausage. German sausage. Alex Morgan, do the Windows mixed reality controllers hold back the HP Reverb experience? No, you will still enjoy everything. It is okay. So the controllers, the Windows mixed reality controllers, they are not great, but they are also not like complete shit. Yeah, it's okay. They are acceptable. Can you come back from wide FOV to reverb? Actually, I thought it's impossible to go back, but I could. Simply, I was wowed by the nice picture quality. But of course, I would prefer to have like this kind of great picture quality on the wide FOV. Trevor, you can't answer the question because of the lack of beers. I still can answer all the questions just like with beer. Do we get 4K per eye within 5 years? Yeah, absolutely. Seb, who's the best for a screen door effect, Reverb or Rift S? Definitely Reverb looks better than the Rift S. Yeah, G-Maniac. Looks like you need some sleep soon. I do, and that's why. Oh, we have reached the 2 hours mark. So probably I will just answer 2 more questions and then I'm going to stop that stream. Did you try the reverb in 60 Hertz? No, I did not try the reverb in 60 Hertz. Rest Z. Hey Seb, I currently have the Lenovo Explorer and I want to upgrade. Should I go for the HP Reverb or the Oculus Rift S? Well, that was the point of the whole stream. Please rewatch it. It really depends on what you prefer. Is it the perfect picture or is it the perfect tracking? Yeah, rewatch the stream. It's a really, really good stream. My dear friends, we've been online for 2 hours. I've given you the rundown. I have thoroughly compared the HP Reverb with the Rift S with the Samsung Odyssey Plus. And dear 170 people that are still online now, is this worth a thumbs up? If yes, please give it a thumbs up now. And really, 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 really important, do the thumbs up now because, well, then more people can find this amazing channel. And also, if you love this kind of independent reviews, where I tell you all of the good things, but also the bad things about all the different headsets, then support this channel. Become a member of the MRTV Elite. Go here now. Go to mrtvelite.com if you want to get more of this content. If you want to go behind the scenes, if you want to get in touch with me more easily, and if you simply want to make sure that this kind of independent content can keep on existing, because this channel only can exist because of the MRTV Elite. So that's why thank you so much for anybody who is a member of the MRTV Elite. Hello, MRTV Elite. People who are watching this right now, thank you so much for your $3 for this kind of goodness. I do believe it's worth it. So go to the mrtvelite.com. Go to mrtvelite.com. Become a member of the MRTV Elite now. Get more content and support this independent goodness. What do you think? Aria Rusty. Nice video. Aria. Would you like to meet me at the MRTV Elite though? I'll be very happy. Yeah. My dear friends, that's truly everything I got for this live stream. I really hope that you enjoyed it. If yes, give it a thumbs up. Please join the MRTV Elite. And well, I'm looking forward to see you in the next live stream. See you then. Bye-bye. Mom? Do we still have beer?